So these are really cool concepts. I like this a lot. The hair, I guess where you got the hair from. I know that Egyptians have like a type of like a cylindrical headdress like this. So if this is the hair, now the question I'm going to ask is this hair or is this headdress? Because headdress, it's fine. Headdress and hair, you're allowed to do hairdress as well. It's fine. But it would be nice to know if this is hair or hairdress, just for the purpose of whoever it is that is designing this stuff. So when you're handing it over, make sure you define, like you explain these things to the next artist that you're handing it over to. So we'll know if this is hair or hairdress, because that will determine what the rendering process will be like, because when we eventually render this stuff out, it has to communicate clearly what material is made of. This body can be better. Like, I don't know if you drew this body again, but like for example, the way the body works. So let me just quickly say this. I know this is not a body class, but this assignment is not about bodies, but I have to say this because I still talked to you last week about bodies. So whenever the arm is raised up like this, you have your deltoid, and this line from the biceps usually leads to the chest, the pectoralis. So you have something like this, and then this is your deltoid here.
Hi, my name's Tisha Wade. I'm currently an animation student and I'm a birth doula. And this class I feel like was really very outside of my comfort zone. I have more of a background in like fine arts. And so even though it's really out of my comfort zone, I feel like I've been learning how to like teach myself and how to take the lessons that we did here and carry them like over once we're no longer here. I feel like it's easy to like feel like we like it's easy to take a class and like be like, this is so great, but I feel like we have so many skills and so many new like words and like phrases, like the 49th sketch and synopsis, and like everyone has referenced like the references and just different things to like ground us in our practice and to like for us to continue our education. And I really value the way that we all work together. This is like the blackest and most international I've ever been a part of. So I just feel grateful to be in this like with this particular group of people, and also to be like learning how to make characters that, we resonate with. And I really resonated with the idea of like the unconscious versus like subconscious. And I think we've just been like, I've really been learning how to like really think about what I'm doing while I'm doing it, because I think I'm more so of an intuitive artist. And so this has been helping me like ground more in the basics.
This course is now available for purchase on Gumroad. And then the neck is here. This is a very simple way of drawing. She's a woman, so she probably will not have so much muscle. Her deltoid will not be very thick. May not be. I mean, there are women with thick deltoids, but I doubt if this particular one you drew is supposed to be like that. So it's something like this. And then you have the the triceps underneath, like that. Sometimes you would have your latissimus, your lats at the back, like that. This is your lats. So it comes from the back behind like that. The more you draw human figures, the more you see these things. You draw from do a lot of figure drawings, and then this arm, like look at how long this lower arm is compared to this one. Right, then this hair, I like this hair a lot. This is a very cool concept. I see the shape you did, fantastic. The only thing I'll say is if her hair, if she's leaning back like this, if she's leaning back, then this shape, we also need to give the impression that if she's leaning back. It's good to think tridimensionally when designing like this. Yeah, hair option 3 and 4 also and really good. I like what you did with the mirror. So this is a headdress. Clearly, this is a headdress. I don't understand why this edge is like this. I see some of your references, but this edge, the edge of the face at this corner, or the edge of the headdress at this corner, I'm not really quite. So what I understand by Egyptian headdresses, let me quickly sketch this. And then this other part. So this part that you drew here, it doesn't feel, it's not clear because I don't know where that comes from. Like, I don't know what they're trying to communicate with that. I like this mirror a lot. Like I said, this is really cool stuff. I love it. Moving on to this. I like this. I like your casual outfits. Really, like, I really like them. I like them a lot. These are really cool. And you were paying attention to rhythms, like, because this feels like an arrow. So, and it's leading the face, the eyes upwards. This one also too. It's like a big arrow. So that's fantastic. Like, this is good. Yeah, this is good. Maybe instead of putting this, well, because this arrow kind of negates the other one, so maybe it would be, I don't know, maybe if I were you, I probably would make it more like this shape. It's slightly tapered at the top to kind of lead the eyes up. I think that's probably the only thing I'll add to this, but this is really good. I don't know what all these things are, but remember that you're going to hand this thing over to someone in subsequent week. So these things, you have to define what all these materials are. Like, I don't know if this is made of gold or if this is a silk material or something. I don't, all those things you would have to send them over, hand it over to someone else. The drapery of the cloth is not like, so you have to kind of sell her body, sell that goddess-like quality of her body. So maybe we would push this side inwards more, like let the outfit hug her body a little bit, and then you can have all these things at the bottom like that. I'm just making all these slight adjustments here and there so that because I'll send you this file if you need it, so that you can actually, this is supposed to be on. So I'm thinking about the center of our body, because this is the center of our body, so we want this thing to be in the center, unless of course you intentionally want it off center. And then instead of this thing being plain like you did here, you can have something on it. Maybe play with some Egyptian shapes. Like, Egyptian shapes are like this. Like, you have some interesting shapes. Actually, maybe if I flip it the other way around, it'll be better, so that we can lead the eyes upwards. Then last but not least, this one is also amazing. Like, this is so good. I love this a lot. How these things, I mean, the rigging department is definitely going to have their work cut out for them, because to pull this thing off will be very interesting, very challenging. But it's great, like it's awesome. You know, when something looks good, I think that the team would be obliged to go the extra mile, you know, to execute. I love this. I love this a lot. Like this is so good. You see, these are the tiny, the intricate details I talk about. I love this. This is very purposeful. Very, very purposeful design. Hi guys. So in the fall of 2025, I got to host an 8-week masterclass titled Ethnic Character Design for Animation, which had a decent number of signups. I got to share a ton of rich information, secrets, industry insights that I used to craft an award-winning character like Noni, Eyes of Wakanda. The sessions were archived and compiled into a digestible course. This course is now available for purchase on Gumroad. So if you are an intermediate level artist seeking to diversify your portfolio to include culturally grounded characters in animation, then this is for you. Well done. And look at that neck, the neck accessory, or the chest accessory, with all the details. Like I love these intricate details you put in here. These are so good. Well done. Yeah, this definitely feels like a ceremonial outfit. Like, and nothing can be more ceremonial for a goddess than this. Like this is amazing. I still see the eye movements going up. Again, this eye movement thing is not a rule. It just helps, you know, to it helps in purposeful design. It's not necessary. It's a rule, but it's not a rule that must be followed. You know, but at least be aware of it. And it seems like you're very aware of it. So all these lines are all leading upwards, upwards, upwards. Thank you very much. And yeah, one more thing I wanted to say is these references, you have to be very careful with these things, because some of these things are modern interpretation of Egyptian outfits. These are very, very modern Western interpretation of Egyptian. You need to go and find the ancient stuff, like look for the old, most of the things that you should be referencing from, especially if you are looking for anything, references from the 18th, from the 19th century back, they have to be like black and white pictures. If you're using any picture that's colored like this and looks very modern, like you're on the wrong path. You have to go real, like go back. I mean, what you did is fantastic. I'm not taking anything away from you. I'm just saying that if you really want to like find the real truth and depth and meaning in your designs, you have to avoid all these Western interpretations and go to the real hardcore stuff, like Egyptian hieroglyphs, Egyptian paintings, those old Egyptian paintings. You have to go like find those kind of stuff. And if you see black and white pictures too from the 19th century, that also works as well. But yeah, your assignment is amazing. Well done.